The Forecast and Manage Demand section emphasizes the importance of understanding customer demand as the foundation of effective supply chain management. One of the first activities in any supply chain is collecting and analyzing demand information, including historical sales data, customer trends, and future market predictions. This information enables organizations to estimate future product and service requirements accurately. By forecasting demand effectively, businesses can align production, procurement, inventory, and logistics activities with customer expectations. The CSCP framework explains that demand forecasting is not only an operational process, but also a strategic activity that supports profitability, responsiveness, and long-term organizational growth. A key component of demand management involves collecting and analyzing historical and environmental demand data. Historical analysis allows organizations to evaluate past sales performance, identify recurring demand patterns, and understand customer buying behavior. Environmental scanning expands this analysis by examining market trends, competitive conditions, economic changes, technological developments, and external factors that may influence future demand. Product assessments are also conducted to evaluate product performance, life cycle stages, and market positioning. The CSCP program highlights that combining internal operational data with external environmental insights improves forecasting accuracy and supports proactive decision-making. Organizations that use data-driven forecasting methods can better anticipate changes in market demand and reduce uncertainty throughout the supply chain. The CSCP curriculum also emphasizes the role of marketing activities in influencing and shaping demand. Demand is not always passively observed. Organizations actively manage customer behavior through strategic marketing decisions. The program discusses the application of the 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. Businesses adjust these variables to influence customer purchasing decisions, stimulate sales growth, and improve market share. Product lifecycle analysis is another important concept because customer demand changes as products move through introduction, growth, maturity, and decline stages. Understanding these transitions enables companies to develop suitable supply chain strategies, manage inventory effectively, and avoid excess stock or product shortages during changing market conditions. Forecast construction is one of the most critical activities within demand management. The CSCP program explains that organizations use multiple forecasting methods depending on product characteristics, market conditions, and data availability. Qualitative forecasting techniques rely on expert judgment, customer feedback, and market research when historical data is limited. Quantitative forecasting methods use statistical models and historical patterns to predict future demand trends. The curriculum also distinguishes between intrinsic methods, which rely on internal historical data, and extrinsic methods, which incorporate external economic or market indicators. By selecting appropriate forecasting techniques, supply chain professionals can improve forecast reliability and support more accurate planning across procurement, manufacturing, distribution, and inventory management activities. Forecast accuracy measurement is another essential topic within the CSCP demand management framework. Organizations must continuously evaluate the quality of their forecasts to ensure effective planning decisions. The curriculum introduces important forecasting metrics, such as forecast error and forecast bias. Forecast error measures the difference between predicted and actual demand, while forecast bias identifies systematic overestimation or underestimation tendencies. Monitoring these measurements allows businesses to improve forecasting models, identify weaknesses, and adjust planning assumptions. Accurate forecasting reduces inventory carrying costs, minimizes stockouts, improves customer service levels, and enhances overall operational efficiency. The CSCP program demonstrates that continuous forecast evaluation is necessary to maintain supply chain responsiveness in dynamic and uncertain business environments. An important aspect of balancing supply and demand within the CSCP framework is the execution of the Sales and Operations Planning (SNOP) process. SNOP is a cross-functional planning process that aligns organizational objectives with operational capabilities. It integrates information from sales, marketing, finance, procurement, production, and logistics functions to create a unified business plan. Through SNOP, organizations can balance customer demand with available supply capacity while managing financial goals and operational constraints. The process includes reviewing demand forecasts, evaluating supply capabilities, reconciling differences between departments, and developing consensus-based action plans. Effective SNOP processes improve collaboration, visibility, and decision-making throughout the entire supply chain. The CSCP program further highlights the importance of managing inputs, outputs, reconciliation, and analysis during demand planning activities. Inputs to the forecasting process include customer orders, market intelligence, inventory levels, promotional plans, and production capacities. Outputs typically involve demand forecasts, inventory targets, procurement schedules, and production plans. Reconciliation ensures that all functional departments agree on a realistic operational strategy that balances customer expectations with organizational capabilities. Analytical review processes are then used to evaluate performance and identify opportunities for continuous improvement. By integrating data analysis with collaborative planning, organizations can improve responsiveness, reduce operational inefficiencies, and strengthen overall supply chain coordination in increasingly competitive markets. Overall, the Forecast and Manage Demand section of the CSCP program establishes the foundation for effective supply chain management by emphasizing accurate forecasting, demand analysis, and integrated planning. Demand forecasting directly influences procurement, production scheduling, inventory management, transportation, and customer service performance across the supply chain.